Hello. 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 Let me post this on the Discord 1 second. Man, how come my thumbnails look so weird? I need to share, copy, Discord. By the way, guys, if you didn't know, there's a Discord for HEAVYPAINT. I think, yeah, but I've been seeing a lot more people popping up recently, so that's good. I put a link for it in the actual app, so I think more people are finding it. Doing a little Pleinairpril stream now. Okay. So get all situated here. I'm gonna do another river painting today, but this is not the usual part of the river where I'm always at, but maybe, I don't know, 15 minutes away from my area in Glendale. So let's go. Let's put this on. Yesterday there were no crashes. That was pretty astounding for me. Oh man. I should probably not do updates in the middle of Pleinairpril, but I can't help myself. It's just whenever there's something new, I just have to put it out. But hey, at least I'm testing it here. Or if something bad happens, I'm gonna be the first one to suffer, because I'll get the crash here hopefully. But yeah, yesterday I was playing with this new Drybrush tool, which should be in all the versions now. This went up on the App Store for iOS, and this is in the update for the desktop versions. And I really enjoyed this tool. So let's see. I'm gonna do my usual trick of kind of making the bottom and the top, or the background layer will be the sky and the floor, basically. And then in the middle, I'll have another layer that's for, I mean, it like overlaps all the background stuff, but it doesn't really go in order of like depth, because this middle layer is actually behind the ground or the foreground, but it's in our painting it's going to be on top, just because it sort of like lets us save one layer by having two in one, and then hiding the scene with this middle layer. Yes. And then probably need another layer for this stuff up here. Oh my god, what did I do? No! What the hell? I swear to God, this is the first time this has happened on this latest version. What was that? It auto-saved and then it freaked out. What the hell? Layer thumb. What the hell is going on? Invalid get index visible on my PM.is instance valid PM. Sorry, I'm bug fixing up here on the top screen. I don't think you guys can see it. Okay, there we go. What the hell is that? Huh. Interesting. / scary. Right after I finished saying that there was no crashes. Crashes. Yep. Make me look like an idiot on the stream. Thanks, HEAVYPAINT. Alright. New layer. I think this floor needs to go up higher a little bit. Transform. Something like that. Well, let's see. Hopefully that will show up again. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but I do have this on the stream recorded, so I'll probably be able to go back in time and track it down after this stream is finished. I'll go look at the recording, see what happened. The joys of software development, guys. Okay, it gets a lot brighter towards the top, right? This concrete ground. Like when we get up here, it's getting more and more yellowish, creamy looking. I did a really bad job with this wall here. Let me do that again. How does this work? It's weird because it's curved. Oh, and it's actually hitting to the left of the bottom right corner, which I totally missed. Yeah, thanks, Mike J. Yeah, I think the river is the thing I've painted the most, just because I live by it and I like how it looks. But I noticed it doesn't do very well on social media, the river paintings, for some reason. At least the river, like, right by where I am, but I don't know, we'll see. I was really surprised by how that one painting did a few days ago on the stream, the sunset with all the cars. That painting did really good on Instagram and stuff, which kind of surprised me because I I don't know. I can never really tell when something's gonna do well or badly. And usually, usually the paintings that I really like, they don't do that well, and then the paintings that I'm like so, they'll do good. It's like my calibration or my sense of what's popular or not is really off. But I don't know. How do you guys feel like that when if you post stuff on Instagram or wherever? Do you have a good feeling of if it's gonna do well or not before you know, or do you think you're accurate in like judging that kind of stuff with your own work? Because for me, I feel like I'm very off usually. Thank you, Mayuk. Alright, let's put another one in here. My table's making weird noises. Oh, today is tax day, guys. I don't know if any of you are dealing with taxes this week, but for this year, taxes have been so annoying for me. Because I started a company for HEAVYPAINT, and so basically I have to do like, I don't know, I kind of have to learn how to actually keep track of things and do bookkeeping and all this businessy type stuff that I'm really bad at. So, and taxes have been kind of confusing as hell too, but oh my god, I can't wait for it to be over. I mean, this is sort of procrastinating. I think I need to do something, or I don't even know what I need to do. I'm just like overwhelmed by it. But I got an extension anyway, so it should be okay. But I'm just gonna have to probably pay like late fees and stuff. Because it's weird, like when you file an extension, you still have to, even though you filed an extension for your taxes, you still have to pay what you think you owe in taxes on the date of April 15th or whatever. And that's kind of a chicken and the egg problem, because you don't know how much you owe because you haven't done your taxes yet you have to pay it. Like, you have to estimate how much you and if you don't pay, then you have to pay late fees. I don't know, it's all very weird system. I kind of wish it was like, I mean, I don't know if this is a bad idea, but if the government just like calculated everything for you, because I mean the government is sort of keeping track and calculating everything on their side anyway. Otherwise, you know, like if they notice something off or wrong, then they're gonna come and like track you down and hunt you down. But so if they're calculating things anyway on their side, why don't they just tell you how much you owe and then you pay them how much they think you owe, instead of you having to calculate it yourself and then they calculate it themselves and then they compare with you. It's like, it doesn't make a lot of sense. But yeah, sorry, I should get back to painting because I'm sure none of you guys are here to hear me complaining about taxes. But it is a bewildering experience. Okay. My little road here is very off. I think it needs to get really, really tiny at the front and pinch. It's got to pinch like that. And then I'll chop some off the top. Like, I wouldn't even mind paying a little bit extra taxes if it was already all, like, calculated and figured out, and all you have to do is just pay it. Like, the act of, you know, trying to find an accountant and do the bookkeeping and tracking everything and is like, you know, that takes a considerable amount of effort. But that you could be spending, you know, creating value, or, you know, doing other things that would benefit society. Is it expensive to get an accountant? Yes, it is. It is expensive. Usually I think accountants will charge like, I don't know, $300 an hour or so. And it might take them a few hours to do taxes, depending on how complicated it is. So yeah, it's not fun. For any of you youngsters in here, I'm sorry to be adulty, but no, I don't know. Hopefully they'll improve the process in the future so that people don't have to do it this way. It seems kind of like ancient. The system right now is really old school. That section of government is constantly understaffed, and they usually pick the lowest contract bidders to do any of their software. Well, yeah, I mean, I get that, and I think, well, if they're understaffed, like they don't have enough hands-on people to handle the phones and stuff, and doing the actual auditing and all that, then they should make the process more automated with software so that they don't need as many, you know, staff to do the job. I think, and then, you know, like save a lot of, that would save them a lot of money in the long term too. But oh well. I've seen a couple nice government websites where they, you know, they revamp everything and make it look really good. But then usually, even on the really nice websites, they'll have, you know, a beautiful interface, modern buttons and everything. And then when you start clicking into it, they'll, like, at the end of the checkout screen or whatever, it'll go back to like the 90s internet backend checkout screen or whatever that was there from ages ago. It's kind of funny. But I mean, I appreciate that they're trying at least and improve, like, you know, replacing it bit by bit. I guess it's kind of hard to, you know, redo the entire system at once. So they're probably just like phasing things out little by little. But I mean, one thing I'm learning, like I did bookkeeping with I hired a bookkeeper to help me do that part because I have no idea what I'm doing. And one thing I learned is that I need to be much more organized than I have been with any kind of, you know, transactions or financial stuff. I need to be super organized, because when it's not organized, it becomes a nightmare at the end. Like, you have to be really strict and use you know, only your business account for business purchases, and keep everything, you know, super separated and clear, and then record stuff when you think that it's going to be relevant to tax time. It's like, yeah, you just have to be more diligent, which, you know, I know that that's a weakness of mine, and I wish I could be better at that. Like, even in school and stuff, I was always really bad with taking notes and like keeping track of, you know, when is the next test, what is the homework assignment, what is anything like that. Like, I would always have to ask a friend what was happening, because for some reason I never I had no idea what was going on, and that's the kind of stuff that is really important for business. You have to be on top of stuff. So I think it's just like I need to grow up a little bit and handle things. So yeah, I'm hoping that eventually I'll learn it, because it is a skill, I guess. But I'm really jealous of you guys that have that ability naturally to just be you know, organized. It's a really handy skill. I guess at least I can try to be organized in my painting here and keep the layers nice and tidy, hopefully. Okay. Where's that crash? I haven't seen it. It was like auto-saving, and then I made a new layer, and it crashed. I think maybe it's auto-save. Maybe it's trying to create a layer during the auto-save that it crashes. It's hard to tell. It's hard to catch this bug, I think, because the autosave is such a short period of time. Like, it autosaves in like a split second, and you have to be doing something specific right then and there, otherwise it doesn't happen. So I've been having a really tough time tracking down this one. But and I think it's something to do with the layer thumbs, because I saw the debug error was like, I don't know, it thought maybe the layer thumb would disappear when it was supposed to be there, and then it crashed. But I just put in a little check, just like when that crash happened, I put a little check that says to check if the layer is still exists, the layer thumb, and then if it doesn't exist, then just, you know, bypass it. So hopefully maybe that'll fix it. I don't know. It's really difficult to tell if something's fixed or not unless you can reproduce the bug reliably, because, you know, yeah, you can't tell if it's still broken or not unless you know how to create the bug. Troubleshooting, very fun. You know, I actually do enjoy troubleshooting and tracking down bugs a little bit, because it's like you pretend like you're a detective or a mechanic, and you have to, it's like a puzzle, I guess. You can eliminate things that just by deduction and stuff. I don't know, it's kind of fun. It can be pretty frustrating, but it's definitely a challenge. Okay. Ooh, I like that. By the way, Smudge has been changed a little bit too, guys. I think I showed it a little bit yesterday, but I'll just show again, just in case you weren't here. But I think it looks pretty cool. Like, let's say we have some Drybrush here, Drybrush down there, and then Smudge. Oop. I think it makes some pretty cool, like, juicy type stuff. Let me fill out the whole canvas actually. So I like how it gets the edges, you know, like a little bit of pooling at the edge. I'm pretty happy with this version of the Smudge. And then also it works pretty nicely with different textures too, like more of a Drybrush if you give it a more, you know, a more stringy texture, like one of these. So I think that's cool. And then you can do a noisy one. I don't know. I think it looks more brushy now. Okay. Do I organize? Well, I actually do kind of write down some of the, you know, like a to-do list in my Google Doc. So I'm at least trying to be sort of organized with bugs and stuff. And at least also now that we have the Discord, all the bugs are written down in the bugs channel, so I can always go in there and go down the list and if things are written down, basically the thing I'm learning is I need to write things down, otherwise they disappear from my brain. Like I can't hold any more information. I have to write things down because my memory is really bad. So yeah, I'm gonna try to write down everything now. I don't know. Do you guys have like a note-taking system or a to-do list system for yourselves? Or are you guys like, do you have superhuman elephant memory? How do you operate? I think I am good at like coming up with new things or novel things and trying to think of solutions to problems in the moment, but then anything to do with, you know, organization or longer term planning type stuff is where I struggle. So I think I'm like a short-term memory kind of a operator. So yeah, I think any of you guys that are really good at organization and stuff like that, or if you did good in school and you were good at keeping track of things in school, then you would probably be good at running a business, either your own or running someone else's business, because those are the kind of skills that are really useful for that. Sounds like I don't like project management. Well, I wish I had it. I'm bad at it. Would you sell HP if Adobe came at me with an offer? I don't know. I guess it depends what the offer is, but probably not. For bugs, why not use Trello or something similar? I do, yeah. I use this thing called Workflowy. That's similar. It has like a Trello board feature, and then you can also do, it's sort of like a Google Doc, but it has tiers to it. It's actually pretty cool. I wonder if I can show you guys Workflowy. Does anybody here use Workflowy? So it's something like, here, let me just make a new Workflowy. How do I go into this one specifically? I wonder if I can demo this. It's like a tiered document that you can just keep diving into bullet points and like going deeper and deeper and deeper into this tree structure. It's pretty cool. Come on, Workflowy, do your thing. People are watching. Okay, well, anyway, it's something like this. Here, you can have little documents like this, and you can dig into it, and then you can say like bugs, not bugs, features, and then you can dig into there and say cookies. And then you can write stuff and then each of these can be its own document. So it nests and it can go down and deeper forever, basically. And then you can also do like boards, I guess, like Trello boards like this. So here's my to-do. Well, this is kind of old now, but here's some to-do. Here's some things that have been done. Stuff like, I don't know what that is. Anyway, that's Workflowy. I've also heard Notion is good, but I haven't really used it yet. Does anyone here use Notion? Yeah, we're getting excited about organization. Getting wild in here. It's a Trello party. No, I mean, yes, this stuff is not very, it's not like the sexy side of business, but it is probably the important side of business that everybody has to learn. So basically, I'm gonna need to be excited about it if you know, whether I want to or not. So I have to learn it. I guess there is something slightly therapeutic about bookkeeping when we were doing it. Just you know, you go through every single little transaction one by one and like track them down and make sure they match with the bank and it's sort of like tedious and mindless work almost, but that's kind of what painting is too. You're just slowly going through and picking away at this thing until you created a masterpiece. So I can see how bookkeeping, you could make it into like a fun game, I guess, for yourself. But yeah. Looks like Notion and Trello had a baby. Yeah, I think that's it. Rassam, I know what you're talking about. That's kind of I'm still working on that actually, because you're right. It does the erase is a little bit weird. Just because if you want to erase, you can, for example, you can erase and then you can unerase like this, right? So it's like you can reveal parts of the painting that were underneath, and that sort of creates an issue when you're airbrushing, I guess. Let me see, airbrush. Yeah, so it's probably going to come out, well, it's not too bad in this case, but sometimes you can see, yeah, there's a little bit of that, the dark line showing through. But yeah, we'll probably have to rethink Eraser someday, but for now that's just how it works. think the scale of these mountains is too big. Makes them look more distant. Hey Manu, how's it going? Yeah, that's true, Belts. It is all about those limitations. It makes it easier actually if you have less choices and decisions to make while you're painting. You can kind of limit yourself a little bit. But yeah, this Pleinairpril has been pretty awesome so far. I'm really excited about what everyone's been painting. I mean, every year is pretty cool around Pleinairpril time. Alright, I have some weird lumpy trees here that are way too big. I feel like the whole direction of this river is weird. Yeah, there we go. I think it just needs to be... It's too curvy on mine, I think. Oh god, I screwed up. Try that again. Here we go. I think I might try zooming in here just to get all these little atmospheric things going. Let's see. So this is a little bit darker. Like a little mini painting right here. Man, I'm really happy with this Drybrush tool. You get a lot of mileage out of it. Blurring away some of it too. See how it looks. Make the tree more orange towards the right, and then red the edges. You can go pretty strong with the red. Even on the left side there's a little bit. Just masking, or using the tree as a mask there. Okay, the right side, I like how this right half of the painting looks. The left side is kind of janky still, so give that side some love. Yeah, let me redo these trees, I think. They're a little too basic. And there's just a quick, easy way to make a tree. I'm just using the brush, or the bush tool. Not exactly the right shape, but it's okay, nobody will know. Uh-oh, am I on the wrong layer? I think I'll go with this lighter orangey color for the light side, and then paint in the shadows of the trees after. I think that's usually easier for me. So yeah, we're just painting the light side, I guess, of the tree, the side that's catching the sun. And then we can go back with the dark. And yeah, that's just faster, I think, than doing it the other way around. Because if you painted the highlights after, then you'd have to be a lot more careful and like drawing, you know, the outline perfectly. And this way you only have to really draw two shapes, the light shape and the dark shape. And they're pretty simple shapes. So it's faster, simpler. And oftentimes I think the simpler way, that if you can draw something a complicated way and a simple way, the simple way will usually look more pleasing in the end, even though it took less time, which is kind of counterintuitive. We kind of imagine that the more time and effort you spend on something, the more valuable it is, or the better it is, but that's not always true, you know? Or at least that's what I tell myself when I'm being lazy. Because, yeah. I do like to be lazy sometimes. Have I used Torbox? No, I haven't. Is that the gizmo with a bunch of buttons and knobs on it? That's like, it looks like a Nintendo joystick thing. It's pretty cool. I heard Vilpo say something like simplifying can be the hardest part, just like editing information. Yeah, I think so. I'm still learning how to do it. Yeah. I think just... For me, I think of editing as being lazy. Like, there's no way that a human being can capture all the same detail that a photo can capture. You know, in a given amount of time. That's, you know, if we're not spending months and months and months on one painting. So, let's say we have 2 hours, we can only capture maybe, I don't know, 5–10% of what's there. So you really have to be picky of what you want to capture, and because it's physically impossible to get every single pixel there, right? So, and my hand is like, I don't know if you guys can see this. My hand, I got this weird blister. Hello, Ashek. Abhishek? No more Blender? Yeah, no more Blender. It's been probably like a year since Blender. I did one Blender video when I got this MacBook computer, because just to test out the performance. But other than that, no Blender. Yeah, I was kind of having a hard time finding information on this MacBook Pro, the new MacBook, the M1, especially with Blender, because all the testers seem to be more video editor types, because they're all on YouTube, you know, like they edit a lot of YouTube videos all the time, so they were doing, you know, video editing and rendering tests. But when they did the Blender test, they kind of set up Blender wrong, and they weren't using the GPU sometimes, and they were not giving like real-world performance type testing. So I decided to just make my own test video when I got mine, because just in case anyone else was looking for that kind of information. And also to show off a little bit. You know, when you get something new, you like to show it off a little bit. But now it's old news, because they just announced another, what is it, the Ultra Mac, like there's a little Mac Studio thing that's twice as powerful now, but that looks pretty cool too. We'll see. But I really like having a laptop nowadays though, because I usually go all over the place and work at a cafe, or work at, you know, even inside my apartment. I'll move around, like go from my bedroom to the living room to the couch, and just jump around all the time. I don't know why, but I like to move my workspace around every so often. Okay, it autosaved. I made a new layer and it didn't crash, so that's good, right? I'm gonna try to. I need to try to make it do that again. More Drybrush. We need more Drybrush. I love how silly palm trees look. Like, the shape doesn't make any sense at all. They look like they should fall over. Or they look like Dr. Seuss type things. I might leave out this fence because I kind of don't like the shape of it. And editing, right? We're just talking about editing, so I don't like it, just leave it out. Yeah, I mean, I remember your name from way back when, but you changed your, was it always Ashek? Your screen name? But, I mean, then again, I have a horrible memory, so. Okay, what does this need? Am I following the picture too much? Probably. I always do. Some green. And then it gets a little bit yellow. There we go. These helicopters every single day. I wonder what they're doing. Alright. I've been looking down too much, so I'm gonna go get some coffee. I'll be right back. Give me like a minute. Yeah, I think the left side. Right. Drybrush. think this orange is a little more rich. More saturated. Let's go ahead and juice it up a little. I like this little dot of really bright color all the way over here in the corner. It's probably a window or something super shiny reflecting way off in the mountains there. Come on. Read right. Sort of. at least get some orange on these big boys over here. Alright, so now I think I got most of the painting done, and I can start drawing a little bit more. Or sketching, I guess, little squiggles and lines and interesting textures, I guess. And this is probably my favorite part, because you get to be a little more loose and pretend like you're a kid again. Do some squiggles. Let's see. I'm gonna make this pressure. And also, this is a good chance to soften up a lot of the harsh edges that you have. You know, there's a lot of harsh edges that, as a result of using the fill lasso, because the edge is so crispy. So I'll try to, you know, pretend like I'm painting and introduce the softer edges again. realizing that wall was way too bright on the right side. And I ruined all the painting that I did before. Damn it. Now the values are correct, at least. Okay. Let's do the same treatment, but for the right side, or the left side. That's kind of this edge. I think this is a little too bright. It does get pretty bright towards the other end of the vanishing point though. Try different textures with the Drybrush. Maybe the sky. What is? Get out of there.
you guys, what the fuck are you doing here?
Green llama. The green llama returns. The green llama, returns again.
What the heck? Why do I keep coming back there? Alright, I think this one is almost there, guys. I'm sure everybody's falling asleep by now. Yeah, just wrapping this one up. I'm happy with it. So, okay, so here's the trick is, this one is sort of similar to that sunset one that we did the other day that did really well. So I'm curious if this will also do well. I'm not sure though, because I think that having cars, if you have traffic, like LA traffic in your painting, that also increases the likelihood of it going big. So I'm not sure. But at least this thing has the sunset, which is a good thing. Damn it. What am I gonna do? Okay. Still kind of rough. I think that's good. Where the hell are the palm trees? There we go. I want to make the palm trees a little bit more solid. Oh, there's all these power lines. Shoot. Alright, I'll quickly try to add those in. Oh yeah, because the other painting had power lines. So maybe it needs... We have power lines, sunset, and traffic. I don't have traffic in this one, so it's probably not going to do as well. These power lines that are off in the distance, I'll try to make them more reddish, so it looks like they're getting hit by the sun. Yeah, I think that already is kind of nice. Get some more depth.
I can't think, 'cause my mind went broke. City to the fantasy, stuck in ecstasy. I can't see, here is morning watch, and it is life got in. This devil that is mine, you are here. I can't see, 'cause
Alright. I think I'm done with this one. Will I attend Playground Festival? I don't know. I don't think I'm invited to that. So, probably not. Do you use your Self HP app mostly on PC or iPad? I think usually on my laptop, because that's what I'm using. I mean, I do all the coding on there, so I usually have my laptop the most. But right now I'm using iPad. Or, how can I say this? I'm using the iPad through Sidecar on the laptop, because my Wacom tablet broke. So I have no tablet right now. I need to order one. Do I still teach Blender class? No, not right now. I do have I have some videos on YouTube and stuff, but no class, because I'm working on HEAVYPAINT. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I think that's good enough for today. Let me check the stats. Hour and a half almost. Hour and 22. Okay, cool. So I'll save this. What should I call this? Little River. Okay. Alright guys, thank you for joining in again. And we're already halfway through Pleinairpril. So if you're doing it, keep it up. I think we're gonna make it. Or yeah, I think we'll make it through the whole month this year. Okay, see you next time. Bye bye.